Ryan McCaffrey here, Jonathan Dornbush there. Jonathan, we just got done watching the new trailer for The Last of Us Part 2, the second big piece of cinematic goodness we've gotten from that game.
Oh yeah.
It is the crown jewel of Sony's first-party collection, and a lot of question marks watching this thing, but it turns out if you dig deep enough, you've learned quite a bit about the game from this.
The trailer, as you watch it, it's completely new characters. Joel and Ellie are not there at all. And if you watch it, it's just a cool scene. And at first we weren't even sure if it was a Last of Us trailer.
Right.
People were like, is this Days Gone? Is it something else that we've never heard of before? But it turned out it's The Last of Us when you notice a cordyceps at the end coming to attack these new characters. But if you actually dig down really deep, there's a few details that kind of hint what the story could be for part 2.
Yeah, you've kind of pinpointed 4 things here.
Yes, yeah. So the first main one is a complete theory. It could be totally wrong, but there's a mysterious woman. There are 4 main new characters.
Right.
Yara, Lev, Emily, and then a woman who is not named. She is hung up by Emily. She's apparently done something wrong. We don't know what. I think this woman is Ellie's mom.
Why would you say that?
So, the first clue is a very silly clue, but on Twitter, Naughty Dog put out all the names. They put out everyone's name but hers.
Right.
And her name is 4 letters long.
Yeah.
Ellie's mom's name is Anna, 4 letters long, and Renee. So that's an easy sort of one. We know that Anna exists. We know that she died shortly after Ellie's birth, but she lived through the first few years of the cordyceps outbreak.
Okay.
So we know she exists in this world. And we also know that she has sort of relations to the Fireflies. She entrusted Marlene, the leader of them, with Ellie, and this seems to sort of be a Firefly group that we're dealing with.
Okay.
So there seem to be indications it could be Ellie's mother, Anna.
There's a scene there, her sort of the bottom of her shirt gets lifted up there,
Yes.
and there's an implication that maybe
Emily says they are nested with sin while she's pointing at her stomach, so it could be pregnancy. That's sort of the indication there. But that leads me sort of to the next point.
Right. If that's her mom, then
If it's her mom, this is a prequel. So I think The Last of Us Part 2 is going to do a Godfather Part 2 sort of prequel sequel combination. I think we're going to learn about Ellie's mom and also the beginnings of the Fireflies, while also continuing Joel and Ellie's story. I think they're going to cross paths at some point. We'll see.
Could see that.
There's a lot of thematic similarity between the two characters, especially if you notice the Outbreak Day poster that Naughty Dog debuted this year is Ellie's mom's arm, or excuse me, could be Ellie's mom's arm. It's this woman's arm, as we see in this trailer. She's holding a bloodied hammer, which is what the poster is. A lot of people thought that was Joel. It's not Joel.
Having 2 timelines with separate sets of connected characters would be a very Naughty Doggian thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah. And they've shown that they're not afraid to dig deep into the family of their main characters before, as with Crash Bandicoot and his sister Coco, and also in the Uncharted series, of course.
Well played, Sarah. Well played. All right, point number 3.
Point number 3 is more evidence that this game, at least part of it, is clearly set in Seattle. Now, so you had to look really deep into the trailer. There are 2 road signs above this whole scene that's happening.
Yeah.
If you look very quickly, one of them says Columbian Way, which is a street in Seattle. We found the sign in real life.
The actual sign.
We found the South Columbian Way, 3/4 of a mile
on I-5 maybe,
yes,
somewhere?
It is on the I-5, and it's right next to a yellow sign that says, tune into the 5:30 a.m. radio show in order to get traffic.
For traffic,
Those signs are both there. In real life, we also sort of compared the sort of architecture of the highways there. They look one-to-one, and there have been hints before that this takes place in Seattle, at least part of the game does, and so this only further cements, at least possibly this prequel section, is in Seattle.
Certainly Pacific Northwestian kind of trees that we see in there,
and
too.
It's always raining, or looks like it just rained.
All right,
so, yes.
Take us home. Point number 4.
Point number 4, so it ties back to that sort of Firefly origin story that I think we're going to go into. I think these new characters are either Fireflies themselves or used to be Fireflies. Emily, she seems to be sort of like almost a religious offshoot of the Fireflies because they're just a militia group.
Right.
Whereas she's the way she talks, she calls them apostates, so they've rejected her beliefs. She's using words like sin. She's clearly hinting at some fanatical, possibly religious bent to her. I think she sort of established a cult offset of the Fireflies. And Yara and Lev, the 2 girls, rejected her beliefs. And so did this mysterious woman who could be Ellie's mom.
Strong theories, my friend.
We'll see what happens, but
is this gentleman crazy? Let us know in the comments below. We'll be keeping our eyes on all things Last of Us. For all things Last of Us, all things going on in the world of PlayStation, keep it tuned right here to IGN.